Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. This is the place to come for all the latest tennis news from a tennis coach accused of match fixing to the National Bank Open. There's everything you need to know about the exciting world of tennis. So without further ado, let's get started. Kicking us off, tennis coach hit with 12-year ban for match fixing. The International Tennis Integrity Agency said that Dutch tennis coach Max Wenders has been banned from the sport for 12 years for fixing matches. The ITIA said that Wenders admitted to multiple match-fixing charges and that he also admitted to destroying evidence and not reporting a corrupt approach. One of the charges against Wenders came from a rule that says people involved in tennis can't directly or indirectly facilitate any player to not use his or her best efforts in any event. The ITIA didn't say when or where the alleged behavior happened, nor did it say who was involved. The ITIA said that Wenders was banned and given a $12,000 fine at a hearing in April 2021. But the punishments weren't made public until now because Wenders' legal team asked for them to be. He can't go to any tennis tournament that is sanctioned by the sport's main bodies until 2033. Wenders had worked with a number of WTA Tour players as a coach, assistant, or hitting partner, it was said. He used to date the women who will win the Australian Open in 2020. Her name is Sofia Kenin. In a statement to opencourt.ca, Wenders said, as has been published by the ITIA, on the 28th of April 2021, a decision was rendered against me by an anti-corruption hearing officer in respect to breaches of the Tennis Anti-Corruption Program. I am very unhappy with the decision. I also want to point out that the ITIA's statement about it has a number of mistakes that I have asked to fix. I can't say much more about this right now because the investigation is still ongoing. However, I do want to make it clear that I have not been punished for fixing any matches, and that the decision is based on things that happened between late 2018 and early 2019. Wenders has worked with the Dutch player Demi Schuurs before. In 2018, Demi Schuurs and Ash Barty won tournaments together in Rome and Montreal. Next, Canada's Gabriel Diallo, Marina Stachusek fall in qualifying at National Bank Open. Hugo Gaston of France beat Gabriel Diallo of Canada 6-2, 2-1 in qualifying play at the National Bank Open in Montreal on Sunday. After 58 minutes, the 20-year-old Montrealer had to quit the game because he was too tired from the heat. Diallo, who plays for the University of Kentucky and got in as a wild card, was the only Canadian to make it to the second round of the 28-person qualifying draw. Rain stopped play late Sunday when there were still 2 matches to finish. With the win, Gaston earned one of the 7 spots for qualifiers in the men's main draw, which starts Monday at IGA Stadium and has 56 players. Fabio Fognini of Italy also moved on after beating Daniel Altmaier of Germany 6-3, 4-6, 6-2. Benoit Paire of France beat Marc-André Hussler of Switzerland 6-3, 3-6, 6-1. Arthur Rinderknecht of France beat Taro Daniel of Japan 6-4, 6-4, and Jack Draper of Britain beat Quinton Halys 3-1 after Halys quit. At number 6, Felix Auger-Aliassime of Montreal is the only Canadian player with a seed. Vasek Pospisil of Vernon, BC, and Alexis Galarneau of Laval, Quebec, both got into the main draw as wildcards. Denis Shapovalov of Richmond Hill, Ontario, is also in the main draw. Daniil Medvedev of Russia is the defending champion and the top seed at the $6.57 million US ATP Tour event, which runs through August 14th. In Toronto, the 17-year-old Stachusek from Mississauga, Ontario, lost to Teresa Martinkova of the Czech Republic 6-4, 4-6, 6-1 in the second round of qualifying for the WTA event. Stachusek had hoped to be the 6th Canadian to play in the main draw of the tournament, starting on Monday. On Sunday, there are 8 spots to be won at the Sobeys Stadium complex in Toronto. The 13th seed Leylah Fernandez of Laval, Quebec, is the best Canadian player in the draw. In the women's tournament, former champion Bianca Andreescu from Mississauga, Rebecca Marino from Vancouver, Carol Zhao from Richmond Hill, Ontario, and Catherine Sebov from Toronto are already in the main draw. Moving on, Serena Williams earns first win since returning from injury in round 1 of National Bank Open. At the National Bank Open for women on Monday, Serena Williams beat Nuria Parizas Diaz 6-3, 6-4 for her first win of the year. Williams is only in her second tournament of the year. She last played at Wimbledon Wimbledon, which was just over a month ago. Harmony Tan beat him in 3 sets in the first round of the All England Club tournament. Williams will play the winner between Belinda Bencic and Teresa Martinkova next. Williams, who is 40, got off to a good start and won the first 2 games with little trouble. Perazas Diaz tied it up at 2-2, but the 31-year-old Spaniard couldn't find enough of a consistent flow to get ahead. Even though Williams had some trouble at times, at 3-3 Williams found her rhythm. She mixed a solid touch with her trademark power and put Perazas' shot Diaz's after shot out of reach. Williams had trouble getting set point when she was up 5-3, and Perazas Diaz, who was ranked 57th, fought hard to send the game back to deuce. But Williams' serve was hard for Perazas Diaz to handle, as the American scored on 3 of her 4 aces during that time. The last one made Perazas Diaz hit a high arcing shot, which gave Williams a chance to hit a shot the other way, well out of reach of Perazas Diaz, and wins the set 6-3. In the second set, Perazas Diaz started things off by winning the first game and then going up 2-1. Then Williams turned up the level of intensity. After taking the advantage away from the Spaniard, Williams pulled out all the stops and showed glimpses of her old self. Fans stood up and cheered when Williams played, and some even bowed. After the players had been trading game wins for a while, Williams ended the trend when she turned a 4-3 deficit into a 5-4 lead, showing that she could always find a way to come back. Williams won the last game easily to take the decision set 4-6. In other news, emotional Nick Kyrgios claims title in Washington to end 3-year title drought, wins doubles titles hours later. Nick Kyrgios won his 7th ATP title and first in 3 years by beating Yoshihito Nishioka of Japan in straight sets in Washington. Just a few hours later, he and American Jack Sock won the doubles final, giving them 2 trophies. Ivan Dodig and Austin Krejcik lost the straight sets, 7-5 and 6-4. On match point, the Aussie hit an ace to help his team win. In the tournament's 53-year history, he was the first player to win both titles in the same year. Kyrgios didn't lose his serve in singles all week, keeping up his great play from the last few weeks. Since April, he has reached the semifinals or better in 5 of the 6 tournaments he's played, including the final at Wimbledon. The Australian's world ranking went from 63 to 37 after the 6-4-6-3 win, and he is now close to getting a very important seeding for the US Open later this month. If Wimbledon had given ranking points, Kyrgios would have been in the 15th best player in the world. The Australian put pressure on Nishioka right away, breaking her serve in the first game of both sets. It was the first time since the tournament started in 1969 that the final match was between 2 players who were not the top seeds. Kyrgios has won the Washington title twice, the first time in 2019 and the second time this year. In the final, he only faced 1 break point, so he won all 64 service games for the week. In the final, he served 12 aces and won 22 of 25 points on his first serve. Finally, Canada's Auger Aliassime eliminated in Los Cabos Open semis by Britain's Norrie. Felix Auger Aliassime of Canada was 1 win away from making it to the final of the Los Cabos Open, and Friday, Auger Aliassime from Montreal lost to Cameron Norrie in the semifinals by the scores of 4-6, 6-3, and 3-6. Norrie only got 2 aces, while the top-ranked Canadian on the ATP Tour got 17. But it was Norrie who won the 3rd set, even though she had lost the momentum in the 2nd set. Norrie, who is ranked 3rd in the tournament, will face Daniil Medvedev, who is ranked 1st in the world, in the final. Auger Aliassime, who was the 2nd seed, got a free pass to the 16th round to get to the semifinals. He beat Alex Hernandez and Steve Johnson in straight sets. Auger Aliassime, who is 21 years old, will next play at the National Bank Open in Montreal on August 10th. Rebecca Marino of Canada lost to Dario Sevilla 6-1, 7-5 in the quarterfinals of the City Open on Friday. Play had to be stopped earlier in the day because of lightning and rain. Hours later, the players were able to get back to the game. Marino came back to win 5 games after being down 3-0 in the 2nd set when play resumed. He had 2 fewer double faults than Seville during the match, but the Australian broke the Vancouver native 5 out of 6 times. Unfortunately, that's all the time we had for you today. Make sure to like and follow. Till next time, cheers.